On the said occasion, we remember the circa 500,000 Roma and Sinti victims of the Holocaust. This figure represents more than a quarter of the Roma population at the time, murdered by the Nazi-led regime for no other reason than their being different. It is hard to imagine the individual and collective fear, pain, and suffering of these innocent victims, but we must have it in our hearts to try, today and forever. We must keep their memories alive and teach the lessons of this tragedy to the next generations. We must never repeat these atrocities of the past. Today I pay tribute to all of those who perished. Driven by a racist ideology and supremacy, the Nazis targeted anyone they viewed as asocial or a risk to the regime. The Roma and Sinti people, the European Jews, persons with disabilities, LGBTIQ people, communists, and even left-handed people. It is regrettable that to this day too few know about these terrible atrocities and how they were executed. And even now, many deny the Holocaust ever happened or minimize and distort the historical facts around it. Today, 7 decades on, anti-Gypsyism, anti-Semitism, and other forms of hatred and racism are on the rise once more. This is of great concern. The Holocaust had a deep effect on European society. Displacements, lost generations, and broken families from minority communities. The lack of recognition of Roma and Sinti suffering has been profound. And for them, the legacy of the Holocaust continues today in the form of anti-Roma rhetoric, hate speech, and stereotypes, prejudices, and exclusion. I was horrified to learn about the recent case of police brutality against a Roma citizen. Europe is built on the respect for fundamental rights, and police brutality and violence against human dignity have no place within it. Member states and authorities must take firm action against police brutality and ethnic profiling, and ensure that adequate and non-discriminatory police methods are applied regardless of the ethnic or racial origin, sexual orientation, or religion and belief. Europe must protect its minorities from racism and discrimination. Last year I presented a 10-year plan to advance Roma equality with all other members of society, social and economic inclusion, and participation to political, social, economic, and cultural life. The Council of the European Union followed up on this and adopted in March this year a recommendation on Roma equality, inclusion and participation in all member states, reaffirming our commitment to effectively fight discrimination against Roma people and to promote Roma inclusion in the key areas of education, employment, health and housing. I am confident that these steps will help us to tackle the long-standing injustices, discrimination and exclusion of the Roma people. The Commission is also stepping up the fight against racism through an anti-racism action plan for 2020-2025. And I have called on member states to include anti-Gypsyism as a specific form of racism when implementing the actions presented in this plan. I will also look at expanding the list of EU crimes to all forms of hate crime and hate speech, whether because of race, religion, gender, or sexuality. I will use all possible means at my disposal to ensure that European society is equal, humane, and fair for all. We must learn from the past to guarantee a better present and future. Let us make sure that the suffering of the Sinti and Roma Holocaust victims is not lost on this or future generations, and let us build a better future for all.